Hi, I'm Rob Stein. I'm the Vice President of U.S. Public Sector at NetApp, and I'm here with Tom Pugliese with the 1901 Group, and we're going to talk about some of the challenges our public sector customers are facing today. So Tom, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Rob.
So our government customers are facing some key challenges around their data. Tell me a little bit about what you're seeing there.
Yeah, well, so I'll give you an example. We have a federal law enforcement agency under DOJ that was having significant data management challenges where they were trying to grow their data sets but had both technical and capital expenditure resource issues. So what they were looking for was a new model where they could actually consume data on a per terabyte basis. So that is a new model in the federal government where they want to buy on a consumption-based model using a managed service to both provision that data, manage that data, and then sell it back to them on a monthly basis.
So tell me how 1901 helps customers like that in the public sector to get their arms around their data and become data visionary.
Absolutely. So again, in this particular situation with this federal law enforcement agency, they were looking to roll out a new model, and what we did is we worked with NetApp to provide a solution that allowed us to take the NetApp equipment, co-locate it in a facility that 1901 Group managed and ran, and then we provisioned that space back to the federal government on a per terabyte basis where they consumed it. In conjunction with that, they wanted to move their mission applications into the cloud. So at that point, we started to go down the NetApp private data storage path, where we then cross-connected our NetApp private storage device that was in a data center cage into GovCloud for AWS, thereby allowing this customer to move their mission-critical applications for compute into the cloud and then cross-connect them into their NetApp private storage, which remained in a cage. And this was important for this customer because they had to maintain control of their data. They could not just push all their data into the cloud as a standard industry partner might do.
I imagine law enforcement security of their data is very important to them. So this architecture that you helped build them gave them a way to leverage the scalability of the cloud while still being able to protect their data.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. And NetApp was the first component of that solution with the data. And we use a number of the NetApp tools to enable this. For example, we use the foreign import to get their data off their old devices and onto the NetApp. We use the Snap Mirror to provide the replication between the primary site and the disaster recovery site. And then we use the Cloud on Tap component in order to temporarily store data in the cloud for high transaction applications that needed that high transaction, but then can be wiped out because all the data is actually resident on the NetApp device in the private cage.
Let's look forward a little bit. Our public sector customers, governments, higher education, universities, lower education, have some challenges ahead of them. So where do you see things going in the public sector space?
So in the public sector space, we are seeing a change in the mentality and the way the government is starting to buy things. So as I said, it used to be where they had to spend a lot of money on capital expenditures to plan out their technical refreshes, if you will, millions of dollars to refresh components. Now what they're starting to think about is, I don't want to own things, I want to buy things as a service. So that's what we're seeing as the change for some of these forward-leading agencies to embrace the consumption-based model as a managed service, where they go to a partner who integrates these items, both from NetApp, from Amazon, and from the Day 2 side, into one service catalog, and then they just buy off a service catalog and pay a monthly bill.
So 1901 is really critical to helping our customers become data visionaries through the architectures that you're talking about. Have you seen any changes on how they are able to get their arms around their data? Are they getting better information, better insight?
Yeah, so from a data perspective, you do see that now that, first of all, from the DR perspective, it's very good because with the tools that NetApp has provided, we have a very robust DR system for this agency now, which they, in past, whereas they had DRs nowhere near as robust for their data that they currently have. With the cloud on tap, it allows us to get the data closer to the compute, which allows a number of analytical processes to be able to take place. So that is very good, while still maintaining the security integrity that we need for the data to reside in a closed environment, in a concealed cage where we can then control it and manage it appropriately.
It's just a great story, bringing innovation and helping really our public sector customers become data visionaries.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining us, Tom, and being with us.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you.